Hello and welcome to How I Built Bits, where every week I give you a cool tool, tip, or trick to help you be a better creator in 6 minutes or less. Clock's ticking, so let's get to it. All right, I am back with part 2 of the How I've Configured My Stream Deck series. And in 6 minutes, I'm going to try to cover page 1 of my Stream Deck XL. If you don't know, the Stream Deck XL has 32 buttons. And this is how I've configured it as of May 2023 on page 1. There are 2 pages. Page 1 is most of the stuff. Page 2 is mostly for Ecamm Live. But let's dive into it. Okay, so we're going to start at the top left corner and then go across. So each row is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. And there are 4 rows. So, starting with row 1, column 1, is my podcast workspace. I use an app called Moom to position windows, and when I am preparing to record a podcast, I press this button and it configures the windows. So it puts Riverside up in the top left half. It puts GarageBand in the bottom left half, and then it brings up the Google Docs show notes folder in the entire right half. So this is preparing my workspace. Now I could turn this into a multi-step button where it executes. This is all done via Keyboard Maestro, I should say. It uses Moom, but also Keyboard Maestro. So it could execute that, and then it could, let's say, set my recording focus mode so that my recording light turns red and my lighting is properly set and the notifications are turned off and all that. But for right now, it just creates the workspace on my computer. Row 1, column 2 is my bills button. Every Monday, I review my upcoming bills for the next week or so. There's a spreadsheet where I do that, and I reference it so much that this button just opens up the spreadsheet. Similarly, number 3, column 3 in row 1 is just opening up the Airtable app. All it does is open the Airtable app. Column 4 in row 1 opens up my show notes document or my show notes folder in Google Drive in case I need to reference or prepare anything. Column 5 in row 1 executes a shortcut. It opens up a fresh Google Doc in my social sharing folder, which kicks off another automation later. But this is so that I can quickly capture ideas that I want to post to Twitter and LinkedIn. Column 6 is drafts. It opens up the Drafts app. I will probably change this as we speak to open up the Bear Notes app, since that is, if you listen to the last episode of Clips, that is the app I'm using now. Column 7 sets my green zone focus mode so that I get no notifications and can't open any apps. And then the last column in row 1 opens up a new task in things so I can quickly capture tasks. Now, row 2. The first 4 buttons in row 2 control Spotify. They are previous song, play, pause, next song, shuffle. After that is my Ulysses button to open up a blog post so that I can easily create a new blog post. Then it is it's a shortcut to open up the Today Note in Craft, since Craft has a nice kind of journaling feature. And then there's a kind of cohort, a square of buttons here that change my lights. So the last 2 buttons in row 2 will set my lights to like this aqua blue green, as well as turn off my rocket lamp. And then in the 3rd row, the first 4 buttons control Apple Music. I have an upcoming episode about that. But it's, again, previous, play, pause, next, and shuffle. Then is the I have an idea button, where I press that and then I can just quickly capture an idea in shortcuts. Then it opens Descript, this next button, in row 3 opens Descript, since I reference that a lot. Then there are 2 more buttons that control the lights. One makes my lights all white, so it's as bright as it can be in my office, and the other sets my lights to podcast purple. That's for recording. The bottom row is for Zoom. So the first 4 buttons are for Zoom: leave the meeting, record the meeting, mute everyone, mute myself. Then there's a button that opens up Chat GPT. I will probably change this since I pay for Raycast Pro now. It'll probably be Raycast API. Raycast AI. Next is a button to open up the Stream Deck app, since that disappears on me all the time. The second to last button in the last row turns on my recording light, and the last button in the last row allows me to go to page 2 of my Stream Deck. So there you have it. There's the full breakdown. I will link this in the show notes, but over at casabona.org, you can see everything. And that's it for this episode. So clocking in at just over 6 minutes, but that's okay. Thanks so much for listening. And until next time, get out there and build something.